Good day, guys. So in this particular video, we are going to be talking about simultaneous equation. So guys, whenever we are talking about simultaneous equation, this is when we have two equations like this. We have two equations like this, and we are asked to look for the value of x and b in these two equations. So whenever you are solving a simultaneous equation, you are going to have two equations that you are going to be looking for the value of x and y majorly. So now the simultaneous equation takes this general form: ax plus by equals c, ax plus by equals d. This is the general form of a simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equation always comes in what? In pairs. So we can also have three equations together. In our next video, we are going to look on how to solve those type of equation. So, but for this particular video, we are going to be talking about simultaneous equation. So there are methods of solving simultaneous equation. The first method is substitution method, elimination method, calculator method, option testing, trick method. So for the aim of this video, we are going to be using substitution method and option testing trick method in solving this question. So in our next videos, we are going to be talking about the elimination method and calculator method. So let's look at this example. The question is solve the simultaneous equation x plus y equals to 3x minus 2y equals 1. So I'm going to use the I'm going to use the substitution method here. So I'm going to write solution and write out the equation given to me. This is x plus y is equals to 2, 3x minus 2y is equals to 1. I will call this one as the equation 1. I will call this one as the equation 2. So the idea of the simultaneous equation, the idea of the substitution method in solving a simultaneous equation is by making a parameter the subject of the formula and substituting that parameter into the next equation. So I'm going to make this first equation. I'm going to make x the subject of the formula in the first equation. So I'm going to say that from equation 1, x can equals to 2 minus y. So guys, what I just did is that from this equation 1, I'm going to make this x the subject of the formula. So x will be equals to what? 2 minus 1. So therefore, I'm going to do substitute x into equation 2. So once I've made x the subject of the formula in this equation 1, I'm going to substitute it into what? Equation 2. So while substituting the value of x into equation 2, so this, this is my original equation 2, 3x. I'm just going to write 3, open bracket. The value of x is 2 minus y. 2 minus y minus 2y is equals to 1. So therefore, I'm going to express this, simplify this. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times minus y minus 3y minus 2y is equals to 1. So this will be 6 minus 5y is equals to 1. Then this will be minus 5y is equals to 1 minus 6. Because if this 6 comes to the other side, it's going to turn to what? Minus 6. So this will be minus 5y. This will be minus 5y is equals to minus 5. Because 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Do you get that? So therefore, minus can cancel minus, then y is equals to 1. So the value of y is equals to 1. So once I've gotten the value of y, I will just say if x is equals to 2 minus y, then x can equals to 2 minus 1. That's equals to 1. Therefore, x is equals to 1, y is equals to 1. So that's how to do it, guys. So once I've gotten the value of my y, I'm going to substitute the value of y into this expression. Then I'm going to get them out, my final answer. So guys, that's how to use the substitution method. So let us use the option testing trick method in solving a simultaneous equation. So guys, in this video, we are going to be solving the simultaneous equation without using the method of substitution method. So we are going to be using the option testing method trick. So what we're going to be doing now is that, so we are going to be substituting each options into this equation. So whenever we substitute the value of x and y into this equation, if it gives us what is on the left hand side of the equation, that simply means that the value of x and y are correct. But if you substitute the value of x and y into this equation and it gives us another value apart from what is on the left hand side, apart from what was on the right hand side of the equation, that simply means that that value of x are wrong. So let's do this. Write solution. So guys, let us test the option A. So the value of x is 1, the value of y is minus 1. So let's substitute the value of x here, value of y here. That will be x is 1. So that will be 1. So for option A, 1 plus minus 1. So plus times minus is minus. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So this simply means that if I substitute the value of x and y into this equation, I'm going to get 0, which is different from what is here. That simply means that option A is wrong. So let me test option B. Substitute the value of x and y into this equation and let's see. So for option B, x is 1. That is 1 plus y is 1. 1 plus 1, it gives us 2. So since the value of x and y gives us 2, after we have substituted the value here, that simply means that this option B is correct. But we have to confirm for the second equation before we conclude our answer. So let us substitute the value of x and y into the second equation also. So that will be 3 times 1 minus 2 times 1. This will also give us what is here, which is 1. So this simply means that option B is correct. So once you have tested the option A and B, or option A, B, C, and you've seen your answer, you don't need to use the AND method again. So that is the answer. And this trick usually works when you are doing an OBJ or CBT exam. So thank you for watching. In our next tutorial video, we are going to be talking about polynomials. See you guys.